If you are someone who has experienced triggers in the past when you watch certain content on broadcasts or videos, this is a disclaimer that I would like you to read because I am concerned about your mental health, and that is our utmost importance here on Monday Night Live.
Hey, everybody. We are back on YouTube, and tonight I'm doing like a one-time hit on Facebook. So people that were not in the Zoom meeting will get a chance to hear the conversation tonight. So I decided to put us on simultaneous streaming on Facebook just for tonight because this is so special. So hey everybody that's getting on. Hey. I'm saying hi to all you guys as usual. Hey Cynthia. Oh, you guys are over. I gotta look at it. It's different because you're over on YouTube. Let me go up to the top. Because I did see Cheryl come in, but I think you went back out. But hey, Linda Whitfield. Hey, Monique. Hey, Laura Lynn. Good to see you guys. Hey, Prophet Carla. Good to see all of you guys over here on YouTube. Tarkisha, Andrea. I'm remaining on YouTube, but tonight I'm doing both. So people that, I don't know, for some reason can't find us, and I want them to be able to hear tonight's conversation and what we're going to be recapping from last week. So that's why we're also broadcasting simultaneously on Facebook. Hey, Peggy. Hey, Aunt Riola. Hey, Olivia. Alexis. It's good to see all you guys on here. Andrea, Shamika, Addie. It's good to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining as usual. Oh, my goodness. Are y'all ready for the holiday? Ready? Oh, yes, Cynthia, you said you was trying to get on Zoom. Yeah. You know what? And that's my mistake because now that I think about it, I did not announce to everyone that we were not going to be on Zoom, that we were going to be back on YouTube this week. And yeah, and I just, because the Zoom was just it was twice, 2 times in a row. And then this fourth one, because the first one I was here, and then two, we were on Zoom, and then this last one we're back here on YouTube. So my bad. Oh my goodness. But I did put out an announcement on Facebook, and everyone and YouTube gets the notification. So I did put it out probably about 3 hours ago to let everybody know, because I said late post, we're going to be on YouTube and Facebook tonight. Hey, you all. Hey, Brittany. So good to see you guys. Brittany from Mississippi. It was good talking to you too yesterday. Good to see you guys getting on here. Thank you so much. We're going to have a different night tonight. I'm going to have some of our Monday Night Live crew join me tonight. We're going to have a conversation. Thank you, Cheryl. We're going to have a conversation. Thanks, Linda, about last week. It's going to be a recap, and we're going to talk about what we learned, and it's just going to be good. It's going to be really, really good. So I'm just thankful that you all joined. Do me a favor and share the broadcast and tag somebody. Share and like the broadcast. When you share, you are tagging. So tag somebody and like the broadcast so people know that we're on, because they have been having trouble finding us. So that helps when you all do that. Hey. I don't know what your name is, but it's at One Ray Easley. So hey, hello to you. Good to see you on here tonight. Good to see all you guys getting on. Thank you so much for joining. So I'm gonna get started with announcements, because I'm gonna do announcements, and I'm gonna teach for maybe about 10-15 minutes just to set up tonight and something that was on my heart. And then I'm gonna bring the panelists on, and we're gonna get started talking about last week. Man, people have been talking about Dr. Khalid for like the last 7 days. I haven't probably had a day that somebody hasn't texted me. Oh, it's you. Okay, Prophet Robin, it's good to see you, hon. I haven't had a day that somebody hasn't texted me about him, or I've had a conversation on the phone or something about what we learned last week. Yeah, you said it was very good and much needed. You know, when I was talking to someone yesterday, a beautiful young lady that reached out to me, and what was a little surprising, and you're on here right now tonight, so you'll hear me say this, that I was shocked when you said, I think I said it to you, when you said the way Dr. Khalid was talking was exactly the way you've heard men talk, like verbatim. And I'm like, man, because when he was doing that role play with me, I was trying to keep up, because I'm telling you, he was taking me for a ride. Hey, Prophet Alice, good to see you. I mean, it was something. So we're going to get into it. I don't want to start talking about it now. So let's get into the announcements. Thank you, Prophet Alice. So 3 things that you need to know, but I think I done did 4 today because there's so much going on in the news. So much. Number 1, y'all probably know that MTG resigned from Congress. Marjorie Taylor Greene resigned from Congress on Friday. So, you know, there's been a lot of conversation about it, you know, about how she's been on this apology tour, and she's been going on all the left-wing media outlets, you know, doing interviews and yada, yada, yada. But quite frankly, the way I feel about it, I don't feel sorry for Marjorie. I mean, she's been on here complaining about President Trump calling her a traitor. And I'm like, if you can dish it, why can't you take it? And I'm going to tell y'all, I'm not, like I say all the time, I'm not Democratic. I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I'm a prophet, period. And I just call it like I see it. So I don't feel sorry for her. I mean, she's reaping what she sowed. I mean, the first time the president calls you a name, you gonna resign? What? I just truly believe that Marjorie's had a plan for quite a while. And the Epstein files was probably the tipping of the boat for her. And she was upset because the president wouldn't back her to run for Congress. I believe she's going to run for Congress. And it's not coincidental. And I don't want to say I didn't research this, but this is fact checked, that Marjorie's pension, she's fully vested the day before she resigns from Congress. The day before she resigns from Congress, she gets her full pension. She's able to draw down her full pension. Marjorie has made $25 million since she's been in Congress. That's a fact. She's made $25 million. So, you know, hey, like I said, I don't feel sorry for Marjorie. I feel like she should have stayed in there longer. I mean, the president called you a name, ain't no big deal. He calls everybody names. You sat there with him for the last 2-3 years and listened to him call people names, and you didn't have a problem with it then. So I just feel like, hey, it is what it is. She retired. She resigned. January she'll be done, and that'll be a seat in the House. If a Republican doesn't get it, it's going to make that razor thin margin even thinner. That's all I can say about that. Second thing, U.S. District Judge Jeffrey Brown temporarily stopped Texas from implementing the newly redrawn maps. In a ruling on November 18th, a 3-judge panel, including Brown, found the maps were racially gerrymandered and ordered Texas to use the 2021 map instead. The ruling was later paused by an emergency order from the Justice Samuel Alito, allowing the 2025 maps to go forward for the 2026 election cycle. And the case is ongoing. The Supreme Court has ordered a temporary stay in order to make a final decision. So Jeffrey Brown stopped it. They appealed it to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court put a stay on it, put a pause on it from going into law where they can't use the new maps. So it's a very short temporary stay. I wasn't able to get the length of time when it expires and they have to make a decision, but the Supreme Court will make the final decision. Number three, the Trump administration has revoked the child care vouchers from thousands of child care facilities. I know someone personally who lost $800 a week in their child care subsidy, which is $3,200 a month. There's lots of facilities that lost their child care vouchers. And I have a friend who lives in Illinois who I remember talking to them about how they were babysitting in their house, and they had probably like 10 to 12 kids that they were babysitting, and they were able to get a voucher, a subsidy, from the government. So I'm sure if she's still babysitting, that's been revoked. She doesn't have that anymore. So that's huge. And I said three things, but I said there was one more thing because there was so much going on. A federal judge, and I'm happy to hear this, today, a federal judge dismissed the indictments against former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James. The judge ruled that prosecutor Lindsay Halligan, who was appointed by Donald Trump, was unlawfully installed, violating the Constitution's appointment clause. The dismissals, though without prejudice, stem from concerns about politically motivated appointments. So any of you guys that know the law, when a ruling is with prejudice, that means that you cannot be tried again. That case is dead. But if it's ruled without prejudice, that means that the judge is basically saying, I'm throwing this case out, and prosecutors, if you want to try the case again, you can. So we'll see what will happen. From what I've been gathering from news pundits, it's highly unlikely that Letitia James and James Comey are going to be tried again. So I'm happy for them. Who is that? Somebody saying something like, you look like you're wearing a Jada Smith Halloween mask. Who is that? I don't know who that is. But anyway, I'm getting ready to take you out of the the lineup. How about that? Oh, you said that man is sick. Yeah. And that's what you deal with when you go on the public platform. Yeah, that's what you deal with. But man, that rolls right into what I'm teaching tonight. That's like awesome. But anyway, I kicked them out. I wish, like, once again, if I had an assistant, they'd be looking at this and be telling me stuff, and they would be kicking people out of here. But I'll just keep checking and see. But I don't see anything. I don't see anything else in here. Okay, and most likely they probably were Republican. Like I said, I'm not Republican or Democrat. I'm a prophet, period. I just call things like I see them on either side. Next, prophetic advisements will go on sale for the month of January like they do every year. They go on sale for 31 days for the month of January, so they're going to be marked down $50 less. I'm going to increase them in February. There's going to be a new rate in February. So those of you that are looking to get a prophetic advisement and you haven't gotten one, now is the time to do it, because they will go on sale. I'll have them on sale from January 1st to January 31st. The first 2 weeks of January are already up. The dates are already open for you to book. The calendar is up for the first 2 weeks in 2026. So you can go ahead and book. I'm going back on here to see if I can say hi to anybody. Robert, you can't be my assistant because you're too busy. How you doing, man? You way too busy to be somebody's assistant. Hey, Pastor Dorothy. Hey, Louise. Good to see you guys. Yeah, Olivia, I know. I saw your comment when you said that man is sick. He's out of here. I got rid of him. He's nothing but a demon. Hey, Minister Marek. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Yeah, you need to be laughing, Robert. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, and yeah, I did. I blocked him already, Prop Collar. And Robert, we're going to be doing a recap on last week, and just so you know. So I don't know. You may join the conversation. I'm bringing people up to the stage, but I've got the panel set. We're going to start after I do like a 10 or 15 minute teaching. So the last announcement is Clubhouse. Clubhouse will not be this Friday because this is Thanksgiving week. So I'm just letting you all know that Clubhouse will be lights out this Friday, and we will be back next Friday at the usual time at 8 o'clock. So I ask you to please invite somebody. You have the ability to share the link and invite people. The link that you got to join, you have that link and you can share it. I think each person can share that link up to 5 times, and you can invite people to join Clubhouse. So I ask you to please invite people so people will know that we are on that social media platform. Okay. So that is it. So Lord, we thank you for tonight. We thank you for this time together to hear the word of the Lord from you, to be inspired by you, to be encouraged by you, to hear revelation and prophecy from you. We bless your name. We will always give you the praise, the honor, and the credit and glory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So this message, this is the 4th message, you all. I'm trying to decide. Oh, you said it allowed you to block. Really, Olivia? Wow, that's something. You said it allowed me to block, and you blocked another troller. If I have my notes up, I don't even see what's being said. And while I was praying, and then I put my notes up, and I just happened to pull them down. So hey, go ahead on and monitor, police all the comments, Olivia. Feel free to block whoever, because you can block them and kick them out. I've not, that's something. You said yes, we can block. I didn't know that. Wow. I can assign moderators. I can, but I just haven't done it. Alexis, how you doing, honey? I'm gonna tell you guys honestly. I've been doing this. This is my 8th year, and this is the first time I've ever had this problem. And that's crazy because what did I do? I went off of Facebook for what? I've been off of Facebook now for like a month and a half, and then I'm on there tonight only, for this. So hey, maybe that's it. I don't know, but y'all monitor it for me and block all the crazy people while I do this before I bring the panel up. Oh, you said I would do next time, but his comment was on a different post. You're on the comments, not on this post. Okay, no problem. Yep, Takisha, go ahead on and handle it. Okay, so this message is the 4th installment, and like I said, we're going to be doing a recap. I don't know if I'm going to do the month of December to continue this Know Your Worth, Undo the Damage. I'm thinking about we're going to continue after Thanksgiving and close out the year. So I'm thinking about bringing other speakers on. The other what am I trying to say? The other clinician and therapist. I don't know. It's like Dr. Khalid was so powerful. He's a hard act to follow. So I'm trying to think of who I'm going to bring on, but I want to bring on a couple more speakers for the month of December and continue this particular series and close it out. So stop functioning out of immaturity. Stop letting things bother you. That's what I wanted to talk about for about 10 or 15 minutes. We have got to stop letting things bother us. When someone, okay, and like I said, that guy coming on there, hey Shay, congratulations, Shay, you got married, or did you get engaged? One of the two, but congratulations. Like that guy coming on here tonight trolling. Perfect example of what I'm teaching about not letting things bother you. He said some stupid stuff, and I could have let that bother me and then start going back and forth with him in the chat. I've seen even prophets, well, a prophet in particular, I won't say prophets, that I have seen them go back and forth with people on social media that have called them names, that have said things about them that they feel is not true, and have gotten so involved and angry and just cutting up on the platform. I'm like, it's not even worth it. You know who you are. You know what you are, and what they say. Their words have no power over you. Their words do not exact anything about you. Engaged. Okay. Yes. Congratulations, Shay. Yes, Prophet Darrell, I will, if I do the Zoom again in December, it'll be going out to everybody. You're on the prayer call list, so you'll get it. So we got to stop letting things bother us. I'm going to really bring out something with this story with Moses and Aaron to kind of drive this point home. And I'm going to keep an eye on my time because I don't want to go past like about 10 after 8. So Numbers 20, verses 1 through 12. Let me take this off for a second. So Numbers 20, verses 1 through 12. Now this is, I don't think I did the Message translation with this. Or did I? Yeah, I think I did. I think this is the Message translation. So in the first month, the entire company of the people of Israel arrived in the wilderness of Zin. The people stayed in Kadesh. Miriam died there, and she was buried. There was no water there for the community, so they ganged up on Moses and Aaron. Yeah, this is definitely the Message translation because King James doesn't use the word ganged up. So they ganged up on Moses and Aaron. They attacked Moses. We wish we died when the rest of our brothers died before God. Why did you haul this congregation of God out here into the wilderness to die? People and cattle alike. And why did you take us out of Egypt in the first place, dragging us into this miserable country? No grain, no figs, no grapevines, no pomegranates, and now not even any water. Moses and Aaron walked from the assembled congregation to the tent of meeting and threw themselves face down on the ground, and they saw the glory of God. God spoke to Moses, "Take the staff, assemble the community, you and your brother Aaron. Speak to that rock that's right in front of them, and it will give water. You will bring water out of the rock for them. Congregation and cattle both will drink." Moses took the staff away from God's presence as commanded. He and Aaron rounded up the whole congregation in the front of the rock. Moses spoke, and he said, "Listen, rebels, do we have to bring water out of this rock for you?" With that, Moses raised his arm and slammed his staff against the rock once and again, twice. Water poured out, and the congregation and the cattle were able to drink. God said to Moses and Aaron, so naturally, this was a period of time afterwards because God wasn't standing right there in the midst of them because they had to leave the congregation and go, to the temple where God was. So after all this was over with, then they went back and met with the Lord. And he said, because you didn't trust me, didn't treat me with holy reverence in front of the people of Israel, you two aren't going to lead this company into the land that I am giving them. So I wanted to break this down right quickly, and I'm going to transition this into undoing the damage and talking about how we are in relationships, how we are with what people say to us, how we are when there's a contention between you and another person, how you take the words that they say and how you handle it. The first mistake that Moses made, he was instructed to speak to the rock. We all have had this lesson over and over again, and he slammed it twice. The second thing was he took credit for the water pouring out of the rock. King James Version says, "Hear now, ye rebels, must we fetch you water out of this rock?" Must we fetch you water? He didn't have anything to do with that water coming out of the rock. Nothing to do with that at all, but he took credit for it by him holding up his arms and taking the staff and slamming the rock. That action of him slamming the rock made it look like the rock gave water because of him, not because of God. And then the third thing was, it's a shame, but you got to watch who you hang with. Aaron suffered the same consequence as Moses, not being able to go into the promised land. Aaron wasn't the one who hit the rock. He wasn't the one who called people rebels. He wasn't the one who took credit for anything. But by association, because he was with Moses leading, he had suffered the same consequence. Because God said to Moses and Aaron, because you didn't trust me. So that lets you know with that commentary, with that passage, which is verse 12, that there had to be some conversation between Aaron and Moses when they left the presence of God. That didn't catch Aaron by surprise that Moses was going to go there and slam the rock like he did. He was already mad, already angry at the people on their way to the congregation. Aaron should have spoke to him right then and there and said, this is not a good idea. That's not what the Lord told you to do. It was just like in the Garden of Eden when Eve stood and turned to her husband and gave her husband the fruit. Adam was standing right there and did not cover her. Moses took offense about something that had absolutely nothing to do with him. The people blamed him for where they were in their lives, but in actuality, it was their own fault that they were still wandering in the wilderness. Sin, disobedience, rebellion against God. It had nothing to do with Moses. Nothing at all. When the people finished attacking him with their accusations, him and Aaron immediately went to God. It said in verse 6, Moses and Aaron walked from the assembled congregation to the tent of meeting and threw themselves face down on the ground, and they saw the glory of God. So what does that tell you? Moses knew the people had offended God, not him. He was scared. When they threw themselves down on the ground before the Lord, they were afraid, because how many stories did you see of different things happening throughout the time in the wilderness where people died, the ground opened up and swallowed them up, the plague went through the camp and was killing them for things that they said out of their mouths or things that they did. Think about it. So he knew that it was God who the people had offended. He knew that. So why did he get angry when God decided to give the people water rather than punish them for complaining? It sounds like the Jonah syndrome to me. What in the world are you getting mad about? It sounds like he wanted them to be punished. But God came back with mercy when Moses and Aaron went to him. So let's go here. When you know the truth, it doesn't matter what someone says about you. God will vindicate you. And if he chooses not to, deal with it as a sign of God maturing you. I mean, I can tell you, do you struggle with a lie? Do you struggle about someone lying on you, about someone saying something about you? If something is said about you that is not true, and God doesn't vindicate you, I'm repeating this again, then it's a point of maturity for you for it to roll off your back and it doesn't bother you. I had a huge lie told on me in a church that I've told you guys this before, in a church that I spoke at last year, and it was extremely wounding by an apostle that went to the pastor and told the pastor a lie about me. And to this day, I have not been able to be vindicated. And that thing was hurtful. And it involved another couple, something that I never said, never had part in. And he used me in order to make his prophecy seem validated. And the pastor called me. We had a conversation about it. You know, when people tell you, no, I didn't say that, June, about you, it's difficult not to believe them. I'm sorry, it's difficult to believe them. And so I'm like, you know what, Lord, if you don't vindicate me, there's nothing I can do about it, because I know I'm not guilty here. I didn't say it. And this is just going to be a point of growth for me, because we're supposed to be like Jesus. We were made. What did God say? Let us make man in our image and after our likeness. What did he say? Greater things than these shall you do. So we're supposed to be like him. How many things were said about Jesus that wasn't true? And he just ignored it. We have to be mature in that way. And when you know what is being said about you is not factual, why do you even let it affect you? Because it's a reflection on the person that's saying it. They know it's a lie. They don't even know anything about you. And the stuff that's coming out of their mouth is more of a indictment against them that has anything to do with your own personal life at all. You know the truth. So it doesn't matter what someone says. You know the truth. And that was the thing with Moses. He knew that it wasn't his fault that they didn't have water. So why did he get angry with them? The accusations that they were talking about Moses like a dog. It says in the scripture they were attacking him. So attacking him is really hard, cruel accusations. When the people blamed Moses, he started projecting his anger on them after he took credit for something that he didn't even produce. He started taking credit for something that he did not even produce. When he started calling them rebels and must we do this for you? You didn't have anything to do with that, Moses. Proverbs 10:19 says, in the multitude of words there wanteth not sin, but he that refraineth his lips is wise. Another translation is, in the multitude of words comes forth sin. So in other words, the more you talk, the angrier you get, you're bound to say something that you're going to regret, that you could have enormous regret for. The more you start going back and forth with the person, the more you start arguing with the person. When you allow someone to make you upset and you begin to debate with them or begin to argue with them or begin to fight with them, there is a great chance that you're going to really need to repent, because it's going to be something that you're going to do or say. You're going to come completely out of yourself. I know I've done it. I was talking to my sister the other day and had her cracking up laughing when I was telling her about a time that I went out to dinner with my sister and my daughter, and I was upset with the way someone had treated my daughter. And I started talking about how I felt about them. This is about 2 years ago. And we were in the restaurant, and I mean, I just came out of myself completely and started acting a fool. And when we left, my sister said, man, Titi came totally out of herself. I ain't never seen her act like that. And my daughter came back and told me, I started laughing. You can get so upset that you come completely out of character and act a fool. And you're like, Lord Jesus. That's why it says in the abundance of words comes forth sin. And the last thing is that Aaron suffered the same consequence as Moses. So I say to you, in closing this short little 10, 12-minute message out, who are you associated with? Who are you hanging with? You can end up suffering the same fate simply because you chose the wrong person to partner up with. Wrong person to partner up with in business. Wrong person to partner up with in ministry. Wrong person to partner up with in marriage. I partnered up with more than one pastor and the church is imploded. And I suffered with both of them terribly. One of them, I lost everything I had. So I can tell you about sowing and sowing and sowing into a field where God is not ordaining it. You're not gonna reap. And I sold thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. But you have to be connected to the right ministry. And this happened to me more than once. I can say, actually, this happened 3 times, where 3 different churches that I served faithfully imploded. There's a scripture that says that the leader will be beat with many a stripe, and the sheep will be beat with a few stripes. I can find the scripture for you and send it to you. When people say, well, I didn't even know you, he says, know those who labor among you. It's your responsibility. Just like it's your responsibility to know who you're marrying or know who you're dating or know who you're going into business with. It's your responsibility to vet people and know who they are. And then when it all comes out in the wash that you done married the wrong person or you done went in business with the wrong person, and you suffer all these unnecessary consequences. The one great thing is that it adds to your mantle. It makes you stronger. The experience that you go through, you become wiser. And you have more in your tool belt, and you can help someone else. But the real deal is, why even go through it? So in your relationship with your wife, your husband, or significant other, what I want to ask you as we start this conversation tonight is, if you attended last week's session, what did you learn? Because Dr. Khalid was rough. I mean, he was rough. I was like, Jesus, I'm telling you, I don't know if I can keep up with this role play that we was doing. There's one more person that's missing. Teresa, I wonder, did she forget? I'm gonna send her a text message. But anyway, I'll send her a text while we're talking. Ariel, you said the word says it's better to suffer for doing good than evil. Yes, absolutely. So we have joining me tonight Dr. K, Prophet Allison, and Maury, a prophet in training, Maury Strozier. And we're supposed to have Teresa Roberson. So yes, Robert, he told us like it was, like a TI. We're supposed to have her, so I'm going to send her a shout out and see if she can join us. Hi, Prophet Marlon. You said you have to finish watching the replay. Okay, hon. So I'm going to start out. What I'm going to do is, Maury, I'm going to ask you to start with, I'm going to ask this question. Because I have several questions that I'm going to ask you guys. And I remembered so much of what he said, and it's going to be centered around what we talked about. But what I want each one of you to do is give me like the number one takeaway for you from last week. So Maury, Prophet Allison, and then Dr. K. Dr. K is actually our resident life.
Right.
So,
therapist.
I shouldn't even let you do that, Dr. K. I'm gonna have to do something else for you. But go ahead, Maury.
So he really just reiterated and I think confirmed that the decisions that I've made in my life to, one, believe men. I think that he really talked about believing men's actions and just taking them at face value, and understanding the simplicity in what they do, and recognizing the signs very early on for grooming, because I think so often we just want love. We want to have this fairy tale marriage. We want the family structure. I mean, we want to take pictures during the holidays, and we just, as women, we just desire that and we crave that. And I know for me, that has been really, really true. Like, I just wanted to be married so bad. And because of that, it just ignored the signs. I just was like, I see that, but I'm just going to ignore that. It'll be fine. And what he was saying was, when a man shows you something, you need to believe them because they're not lying to you. Whether that shows up as hurt, whether that shows up as abuse, if that shows up verbally offensive, inconsistent, not communicative, those shortcomings turn into, it's a slippery slope, and as women, we look up 10 years later and we're like, well, how did I end up here? Well, you missed the last 9 years of signs and now it's imploded. And so as women, we just have to believe what we see and not put our mask and our veil over it. It's like putting a filter over a man. And I think that's really what he was saying to us, is stop filtering men through what you want, through what you desire, what you wish they were, the hope that they will change. They just are who they are. and it's okay, but you need to find a man who is healed, who is godly, who truly loves you and treats you as such. And that's what he reiterated for me. And I'm gonna
That
keep on keeping on.
that that statement of believe what we see,
Mhm.
that's like
Believe what we see.
powerful.
It's not anything else but what you see. I mean, down to like if a man tells you he's gonna call you and he doesn't call you, okay. You have to take it as, oh well, he must have forgot. Because if he wanted to call me, he would have remembered. And we like, oh well, maybe let me text him and see if he forgot. Maybe he had to work overtime. Girl, if he wanted to call you, he would have called you. He just wants
Exactly.
that's a test to
Mhm.
see, okay, well, if I don't call her, she gonna call me? Oh, she must really like me. She remembered I was supposed to call her. Instead of moving about your day and allowing that behavior to either be ignored and reformed or to just not deal with people that don't keep their word. Because it starts at the very, very beginning.
Mhm. It does.
Okay, Prophet Allison. Oh, and Teresa, we're saying what's the one thing that you learned? What was your biggest takeaway from last Monday? So
Well, I
you
mean, Maury gave the
Right.
100 takeaways.
Maury said it. Maury
It was
said
like,
it.
yep, that
Right,
one.
right in
I was gonna
right
say
in
that one.
the vein, right in the vote.
But I
Said
think,
it.
for me, it was very good because I got friends texting me right now talking about, are you listening to Prophet June? Are you like, that's for you? That's Lord Lee. Because I be giving people like 900 times opportunity. Like, well, maybe you dropped your phone. They text me back,
Right.
no, I didn't. But yes, you did. Like he actually texted me that he didn't drop his phone. I'm telling him he dropped it because he didn't call me back. But for me, it was like a wake-up call. And there are people who didn't see it. I have never in my life seen a presentation this powerful before. It was literally Scared Straight for women.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
all of us, all 70 something of us, we got all kind of different stories. We want to say something. And he like, look, I'm right here telling you, like, come on now. And we do that. And that's really deep, when we talk about who we hang with, who are our people, who's going to be accountable in the teaching with June, like, who are our people? I need people that's going to tell me, Allison, like, well, I got Prophet June. Like, no, that you're wrong. So I really took away the first thing is men pay for their pleasure and their peace. They pay for their pleasure and their peace. Period, y'all. Period. Your husband, your fiance, your boyfriend, they pay for their pleasure and their peace. And that he described men so simple, like a glass of water that you can see through, but we want to keep pouring stuff in it. So, like Maury said, this dude has told me he's coming over 100 times. He's been coming over today too, and I just be still like, ooh. It'd be like midnight. Like, is he okay? Is he okay? He's sitting looking out the window like, oh, here, and it's just because of the desire, that flesh desire to be loved and to be married and to be in a relationship and to be wanted and needed. And then for me, the spirit of rejection and abandonment, and you just can't believe that this person's going to do the same thing. But when he said all men expect it, and I think Stacey Cooksey, I don't know if she's watching it, but she had called me right after, and she said, girl, we just need to find us a man who prays and read the Bible. I said, I had a man who prayed and read the Bible. We need a man who loved God. I had a man who loved God. Listen to what the man said.
Exactly.
Us got to pay attention. Because he can read the Bible, he can go to church, he can love God, but that doesn't mean he is going to follow through. His words are going to match his actions, and things like that. And so we have to set standards, and we have to make sure that we desire something. We have to love ourselves enough to say, okay, you did that once, and how we as women going to set boundaries and say no. And the more that we do it collectively, the more men be like, dang, this ain't working no more. Okay, let me go to girl number 3. Oh, it didn't work on her. and they'll start straightening up. Because for everyone that says, okay, no, he gonna just go over to Gina and them. And so we have to protect ourselves, ladies, and we have to understand what our role is. And I'm guilty all day long. I'm guilty right now, still thinking that he gonna come over.
Okay, listen. Okay, Dr. K, I want you to jump in here. Teresa, I'm gonna come back to you. I want you to jump in here and speak to Prophet Allison about her in the mirror putting on lipstick at midnight, still waiting for me to come. I want you to speak to her.
First of all, Allison, you are too good for that.
Mhm.
That's number one. Here's my understanding. I don't understand the big divide between baby boomers and Gen X. You're so totally different. We were raised and taught that we had the power, that the power lies within us, that we set the standards and we set the roads for what was going to happen. We understood that if we said no, nothing happened. And if we said yes, what happened was what we wanted to happen. But when I see Gen X, they have not been taught any such thing. Prophet Allison, you
Yes.
are too good, too kind, too bright, too intelligent, too smart, too beautiful for anybody to let anybody treat you less than what I just named. You make the rules. You set the standards. You call the shots, right? I think one of the biggest differences between boomers and Gen Xers is Gen X doesn't stay out of bed long enough for the man to get to know your mind and your heart. So he actually wants you, the real you. Does that make sense to anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got 3 generations on here because Maury and Teresa are millennials.
Oh, dear God.
Well,
Y'all,
it's just not
millennials
us,
are-
but the men too in our generation too, though. Like what we're up against.
but you know what? We're not talking about them.
I know.
And they are going to do what you let them do. What you allow is what you will have. Men, this is how they think. Okay. Number one mistake y'all make is thinking that they think like you. They don't. They don't. Most men, when they approach you, they already figured out what they're gonna do with you. Because they've been watching you and they understand what makes you tick. They have categorized you. They have placed you in a position in their lives that you occupy. They already figured it out before they step to you. The second thing is that if you are with someone, it takes them about seriously 30 days to figure out if you're the one.
Mhm.
Don't let them tell you any different. 90 days tops, they know if they want you as a permanent fixture in their lives. It doesn't take all day. If you don't believe me, ask any man and he'll tell you the truth. But Allison, you deserve so much more than you allow yourself to have. You're so much you're better than that.
I received it. I mean, for now. I
Oh,
receive
And
it.
you know,
I
Allison,
receive it. No, I
it's just-
receive it. I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just trying to be truthful. Like,
Okay, I got it. We got
I
it.
can't help.
We understand. We understand. You might slip. Here's a thing that might help you. I usually recommend that you write a mission statement for yourself. Write down the things that you want to happen in your life, the things that you don't want to happen in your life, and then some guidelines to make sure you stay on track, that you stay accountable to what you say you are all about or want to be about, and then stick to it. Relationships come to teach you 3 things. Number one, what you got to have. It don't matter, nothing else. He can't get past that. If he doesn't have that one thing, keep stepping. Number 2, it teaches you what you ain't gonna never put up with, ever. And if you see it, you run for the hills.
Yeah.
That's a no-no. And number 3, it reveals those things that are not really your favorite things, but the brother is bad, so you could live with. You understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
No.
it does.
Wait, what? No.
Allison, what are you talking about? What don't make
What are you
sense?
talking about?
Number 3. What was number 3?
Number 3 is a particular behavior that doesn't thrill you, but it doesn't make you run away. And because the brother is awesome, you keep him. Make sense now?
He's awesome, but there's one thing that he does bad.
Just a small thing, just something you can live
Small
with.
thing. Oh,
That's
okay.
not
Everything
a
else
deal.
is okay, and it's just one little irk.
That's not a deal.
What if that one little thing is?
But if it's not a deal breaker,
If it's a deal breaker, then step, Allison.
Step
But she
off.
said if it's not
Right.
that big of a
But if
deal,
it's
then
not a
just
deal
deal with it.
Well, his
Listen,
only
you,
thing is that he don't come when he say, and he don't call when he say.
then
you
that's
know
a
why?
deal
Because
breaker.
he don't have to.
You
He
don't
doesn't
But
have
he
to. He
eventually
don't
does
demand.
call, and eventually does come, and it's always like with gifts, and he's being
Allison, you
Uh-uh,
don't be playing.
uh-uh. He
That's a
playing
deal
you.
breaker.
He's playing you. He don't have to because you let him. If you tell him, if you cut off access, let's just see what happens.
Let me
You
tell you.
can't block him on everything.
Let me tell you
Block
what.
him on social media, block him on your phone, block him on everything. Cut off access to him. Let's see what happens.
Let me tell you what Dr. Khalid said to me on the phone. We talked last week, and he had a lot of stuff that we discussed. He said, if you allow us to play on the playground, we will stay
play.
on the playground. Period. He said, whatever you allow, that is what we are going to do. You all
Yeah.
watch that. You all watched that role play with me when I said I saw him at Starbucks kissing.
Oh
a
yeah,
and he
It
said
wasn't
that
me.
was me.
that was Martin Lawrence, not Martin, Eddie Murphy. Wasn't me.
But I mean, and if I can tell you, that was played out in my life almost verbatim.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so, what do we do?
Well, maybe it wasn't him.
He won't admit it. I know it was him.
It kind of looked like you. Do you have a twin brother? You
Are
just
you
know
sure?
Let me give you the
Are you serious?
DNA.com.
No. So what do? We just go ahead on, and we
Right.
don't want to fight no more. He's
And
never
accept
going to
the
admit it,
behavior.
and we just keep on going and accept it. That's the problem.
But I think it's just like
Really?
levels because
It is.
I had a man who cheated on me not 20 times, kissed women in front of me. So I'm graduating a little bit. And you know, Joe,
I need to know what's so broken inside of you that you
right?
would allow that behavior.
That I will not tolerate. That's what I'm saying is levels. Like, who was that person? And now I'm not tolerating that. Then I'm not I mean, I'm gonna eventually get to that stage. I'm just being honest. Like, I'm probably like most women. I mean, it's compared.
Here's another thing that
you know.
There's another thing that baffles me too. When you talk to young women and they say, "But I love him." My question is, don't you love you?
Yourself.
I
Mhm.
don't think
But
don't
I'm the voice of a lot of women, though, that probably won't say what I'm saying out loud. Like,
I'm pretty
you're
sure.
being
You can be next and be like, I ain't gonna tolerate that. We have tolerated a lot.
much less.
And
You don't have to.
no,
And
I
here's,
don't.
you do not have to put up with anything you don't like, ever, not from anyone.
That's true.
And men, they need to. Okay, when we were growing up, our grandmothers taught us, baby, when you get married, make sure he love you more than you love him.
Love him.
Yeah.
That's the Bible. Follow the instructions. Take it from people who have been there. Take it from people who wrote the rules, right? You are much better than that. No one should treat you like that, ever. Not ever.
Okay, we gotta let Teresa get in here. Teresa, what?
But I mean, it's good. I mean,
Take
y'all can keep going. I'm all right.
No, 'cause I know you. Come on, you gotta talk. What was your takeaway from last week?
My biggest takeaway, Dr. Khalid, it was like just a big brother getting in your face, getting raw and real. And it was a complete shock. And understanding, yes, surface level that men and women think differently. However, when you're in a situation like Maury said and Prophet Allison said, you begin to ignore the red flags and you begin to compromise your values and compromise what you really desire for the sake of marriage. And that's part of my story. And you'll lay down those things to be with someone. And Dr. Khalid was saying, what did he say about a woman cooking him dinner and how if she doesn't cook, then he's stepping off.
It's a deal breaker.
Yeah, it's a deal breaker. But us, we'll like, oh, okay, I'll it's okay. He'll do it for me, or he'll change for me.
He won't.
And he won't. And not only will he change, he'll get worse. It's something that I learned. So it was an eye opener for him to say those things about being a woman and not compromising, even in the smallest things. If that's not something that you want, if that is a deal breaker, if it goes against your values, if it goes against who you are, step off, because they will. A man will.
Let me ask you all this. Maury, I want you to be the first one to answer this question. When it comes to compromising, now we're not talking about we done got it together self and we strong. We want to hear us roar. I'm talking about how we've always been. Mm-hmm. When it came to a situation where you had to either fight or flight, so to speak, compromise. How were you feeling in that moment when you felt like you had to compromise? What were you feeling? Why did you feel that way?
When I've compromised, I told myself that I was doing it for the sanctity of marriage, so to speak. So, okay, he did this, but I'm married now. So I'm going to put up with it. I've come too far. I've wasted too much time. I want kids. So I'm going to have to start all over. How long is that going to take? I stayed because I didn't want to bring more men around my children. And I didn't want to be alone. I liked, even though we had bad times, I liked the fact that, okay, well, we still got date night after we make up, we still have this family, but it wasn't built on, a solid foundation. So when I compromised, I mean, it was for everything else around me, to look like it was on firm foundation. Like I had this relationship that was, sexy and, it was just nice, black love, type of thing. So that's why I compromised.
It's all in your mind.
To summarize that, I could probably say in a general way for all of us women, compromise boils down to wanting to be happy. Mm-hmm. Plain and simple. Just wanting to be happy. And that's the reason why you compromise. It's going to be better. Yep, Dr. K.
Compromise neutralizes commitment, and it costs you blessings.
It does.
Bishop Carolyn Shoel.
Lifelong lessons.
Let me tell you something. You're so much greater, so much more important. There's always going to be something that you have to swallow, so to speak. But make sure it doesn't choke you. You know what I mean? There's always going to be some stuff you have to put up with because love is a roller coaster ride. But if you are secure in the knowledge that this individual loves you, you can make it work because it takes work.
So, Teresa, answer this question. When you emasculate a man, what's going to happen next?
He will completely destroy you. And I know that for a fact because it happened to me.
Can you talk about it in any way, any kind of way?
Yes, and I can. Sometimes you don't know that you're saying or doing things because you believe what you're saying and doing is for their betterment, to help them grow and to help them see the calling of God on their life and their purpose and things like that. So you believe that you're investing in them and speaking life into them. But in all actuality, this person does not want to change. They're happy with who they are, which is fine. But it was something in me believing, well, you could be more, you can do this, you can do that, you have the gift and do this, that, not realizing I was saying to him, you're not enough. You're insufficient in this area. You need to come up to this level and do this and do that, which was causing him to feel emasculated. So I didn't know at that time. I didn't know. I'm just like, let's go. Let's do this. Let's do that. I see this and I see that. We're going to do this. But all the while, inner him was like, this woman, okay, so I got something for you, which was a plan of destruction. And it was, and it destroyed me. I didn't receive that answer until Dr. Khalid exposed that. I did not realize that. I've been divorced for almost 8 years and did not understand that. Yes, is he operating and doing the things in ministry that he is supposed to do today? Yes, he is. However, it cost me. And I didn't know. I didn't know. I'm just like, okay, you called, do this, do that. But I didn't know that until last week, it was methods of emasculating him. I didn't know that. I didn't know. So it was, when I say last week was an eye opener, it was an eye opener. And it causes you to reflect. It caused me to reflect on myself and take accountability and to repent in areas that I needed to repent in, and what areas that I need to improve as a woman. And potentially, again, as a wife, I'm learning how to accept that. So it was a true eye opener. It really was.
Can you give an example without, revealing too much of your personal business, like an example of one way that he tried to destroy you?
After the smoke cleared, I became the number one villain in the church community. And my name was shredded. Shredded. Completely shredded.
Wow.
Can I tell you something?
Yes, ma'am.
You did all the right things. Really. I think I told you guys this before. There's a word in the Bible that refers to helpmate as is ezer. And it means someone sent to do for you what you can't do for yourself. It is actually your job to elevate. It is actually your job to stand with your hands in the back of the man and lead from behind. You said and did the right things, but the approach was not exactly one that he could accept. You began with, what do you want to do? And then plan to do what he's saying he wants to do. It's wonderful that you can tell him that you see these things, but you go by his preferences and his schedule. You did a great job. He just wasn't the one. He could not receive it, but it's all in the presentation. You have to be gentle with fellows because they are very fragile. They're much more delicate than us, much more.
So I'm hearing that Teresa's delivery had everything to do with for him feeling emasculated. It was the way you were talking to him, not what you were saying.
I think it can also be the type of man, though, because that also comes down to selection, because I think women, we choose men based on potential and not where somebody is at. Like,
that's true.
I can see all of the potential in you, but I'm not your mother. I'm not here to raise you. I'm here to breathe life into what you're already doing, but I'm not trying to take a seed and grow a oak tree. I need you to be a firm tree when I get you that has shade and fruit already. Not I'm trying to figure out and build you up. And I think sometimes when we get men who are infantile,
Mhm. Mhm.
they're already lacking. So they're already not feeling worthy. So it doesn't matter
Mhm.
how great you say something or how nice you are when you say it or the urgency,
Yeah.
and then you get frustrated because you're like, okay, well, you say you want these things, so do it.
Mhm.
It
I
doesn't
can look
work
at
like
my
that
dad
unless,
and agree
you know what
with
I
that.
mean? If you need somebody
Mhm.
that's motivated already, because some personality types, it don't matter how sweet you say something, they don't want to be told what to do. They're
Yeah.
like, just let me be.
Mhm.
So
And
if
see,
that's the type of
exactly, you
person
just
you
said
are,
something. You just
yeah.
said something. You can't tell anyone anything, but you can make suggestions, which is
Mhm.
why you ask them what it is they want to do. And keep in mind, there are women who like projects.
He did say that.
All
Lord,
of us
I'm
do.
telling you,
he
there
did.
are
He talked
women
about
who
that.
will
All
get
of
He
a,
talked about that, and I when
he,
I
get
he,
the
they will get
project
them what they
right
need to
there.
develop.
Get them a little tooth right there, and then a little
And
bit.
they love to develop men. There are women who like projects.
yeah.
I
Mhm.
got two girlfriends, and each of them married a project. When those men that they married were not worth lacing up their tennis shoes,
Mhm.
but they loved them and took them, and the men just relaxed and let them do it because they were punks in my eyes. They
Okay.
used to call those pimps back in my day. But okay, I digress because I don't really like weak men.
Okay, we're going to go here with this question, and I'm going to make this a little different because um, Robert Hazard is on here. He put in here a comment, but we already said that, so I won't repeat it. But Robert, what I want you to do, I'm going to have you and Dr. K on this. I'm going to set this up, and I want you to give it. Dr. K, I want you to answer the question that I'm going to ask. And then, Robert, from a man's point of view, I want you to answer the question as well. So I don't care who goes first. So here is the situation when we talked to Dr. Khalid about vulnerability of a man being vulnerable, and how a woman can mishandle that. And I remember I had went out with a couple of guy friends a few years ago, and we were having a conversation about sharing things with our partner. And this one guy that I was talking with, he said that he was dating this woman and he had got to a point where he could really trust her. And so they were having this conversation one night, and he shared with her that he tried to commit suicide and was unsuccessful. I gotta plug in my computer because I forgot to plug it in, Lord. And he said that she intently listened, seemed like she was sympathetic to him and what he had went through. And later on, they got into an argument, like about 6 months later, in front of a couple friend of theirs. And she blurted out and said, well, the next time you feel like committing suicide, don't call me.
Oh, dear God.
And he said that one incident that happened, he never, ever trusted her anymore again after that. So you two probably will have the same answer, but I don't care who goes first. My question is, a woman will find a way to redeem that relationship. They'll find a way to forgive and stay. Whereas my guy friends told me there's no trust ever again, and it's completely severed for good.
I agree with that. I'm
My
pretty
question
sure.
is, my question is why? What is the difference between a man and a woman when it comes to that?
You don't know pride and ego?
Okay.
That was as he said, a fatal mistake. To earn the trust of a man is really you have high rank in his life.
Yes.
It is going to be difficult in the beginning anyway. He has to learn that he can trust you, but you most definitely cannot take his secrets and share them with other people and use them as a weapon against him. To have a really good relationship, you must keep the secrets. Always keep the secrets. If they've entrusted you with them, it never goes any further than you, or you will lose that relationship.
Robert, did you want to comment? I was giving you space here. It's up to you. You don't have to. But I was thinking if you want to comment from a man's point of view, why do you guys completely walk away? Alexis said men don't generally forgive.
That's not true.
Okay, Robert just says pillow talk has to stay between the man and the woman. So basically the same thing that you said, Dr. K. Why are you saying that men don't generally forgive? It's not true, Dr. K.
Because they do forgive, especially if it's somebody that has had their back, if it's somebody who has proven over a time that they are on their side, that they will stay a source of comfort and peace. There's always a hiccup in any relationship, more than one. But he has to believe that at the very base that you got his back. I told you about one of my spiritual daughters and her husband. He will come to her and say, I want to do this, 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 and this. This is how I think I ought to do it. And she'll listen. Then he asks her, what do you think? She'll tell him what she thinks. And then she'll say, but you're the head. And whatever you decide, I got your back. They have had what she calls heated fellowship. Y'all can read between the lines on that one, can't you?
But you know what?
And there's always forgiveness involved in heated fellowships.
Yes.
But Dr. Cullett says something to me. I remember it was something like some of us have grown up in a state of euphoria, I think it was, or utopia, or he did talk about, and you did too, Dr. K, about the fatherless woman or this or that. And so my dad was like the bomb, and I don't want to it's all on Facebook, but whatever. My mom was snapping back at him, and he'd just be like, all right, boo, I love you. You know what I'm saying? And that's how maybe that's their generation, but they rock like that. And it was like, that's just her, that's your mama, I'm this. And they 63 years when he died, you know what I'm saying? And they built, and that's all we saw,
What did it teach you? What did your mother's behavior teach you?
I caution you all because we're on a public platform.
I mean, honestly, when Dr. Love McPherson said this, and she said this on a public platform to us because she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay. She said this, so I could repeat that. Okay. She said, because we were like, how come all the women in my family, all the sisters, we all have problems with men, like all of us been married over and over, And I said, we think we're looking for our dad because we're trying to find this calm, nice guy. She said, what if you are your dad? And
that's what I'm thinking.
Too much, that you let people get away with too much and that you are mirroring his composure, his tolerance level. And they went like, and then when we talked about it, the girls, we were like, yeah, because I mean, who stays with somebody who cheats on you 20 times? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times? I mean, I'm get tired. Okay, you cheat. Okay, and that's just the ones I found out about. You know what I mean?
So exactly.
And he would always say, "What came first, the chicken or the egg?" Like he would play them games. Like, I think the chicken came first, or was it the, And he wants to be like, "Well, did you do something to me first and make me cheat on you, or did you do something?" And I'm like, "No,
no one can make you cheat on them."
Exactly.
No one can make you cheat on them, baby. Cheating is a choice, and you can be the best wife or best fiance. Cheating has absolutely nothing to do with you. It's
Olivia,
a choice.
Olivia says, do you think you can redeem yourself from sharing secrets?
Oh, absolutely. It's real simple. Keep your mouth shut. It ain't deep or mysterious. You value your relationship,
Cheating is
then
never acceptable.
It surely isn't.
not even one time for me. You would not do that to me once and stay in my life.
Let me
Not
tell you,
once.
let me tell you something. I have someone that I know very, very close, and they met their husband in college, and they were college sweethearts, and they got married, started family, had a baby, and everything was great for probably like 7 years, 8 years, and he went outside the marriage. When she found out that he went outside the marriage, she divorced him. She left him for one time, one infraction. She did not stay. Whereas women stay over and over and over again. She went on with her life, met her somebody else, then had another baby.
That's what I'm talking about.
And that's something that I wish I would have learned instead of, oh, I'm gonna forgive. No, because it was habitual. It never ended.
And you can still forgive.
But what if
I
it was a
think
sickness and like
it doesn't
Are
matter.
you a
God said for you to
psychiatrist now?
forgive and you stay in
Is
it?
it your,
On
can
your
you
marriage?
cure it?
And move on.
Can you cure it? Can you cure it? That's
No.
not even your that's not your problem.
That's between him and the Lord at that point.
Him and his psychiatrist,
Yeah.
his
And women,
therapist.
we have to start choosing men who actually like us.
How
Like
about being
Yes.
chosen? Let's
being
try that.
chosen and
Let's
also
just do it the
choosing a
Bible way.
man that likes you. Somebody that like that is my non-negotiable. You have to like me. You
Exactly.
have to like what I like. You need to be interested in me. You need to love God. I should not feel funny about you in
Mhm.
any type of
He did.
funny.
It was everything, all of that, except he cheated.
Yeah, but that's like
But
a big
cheating is
piece
a
of the
deal breaker.
pie. That
It
means you
is a
don't
deal breaker.
like me.
That means you don't like
That
me.
means you don't like me. You don't
Mm-mm.
respect me.
Mm-mm.
You want somebody else. At the
He
end of
was
the day,
sick.
you just don't like me that much, and that's okay. I think women have to stop acting like we're so confused. We're not confused. You just
Mm-mm.
want him.
Mhm.
Just say that,
I
hey,
just think
I
he's
know
sick.
you don't like me that much, but I just want you. Because that's what we're doing. We're basically saying, I know you really don't like me because if you like me, you would have called me. If you like me, you would have been thinking about me like I'm thinking about you. You're not checking for me.
Mhm.
You don't really like me that much. You think
That
about
movie,
me,
he's not really
but
into
I'm
you.
more like a second thought. I want to be the first thing after God on your brain.
That's
What are we doing? Where are we going? How can I get you
Mhm.
closer to me? I should feel that. If I feel funny about you, then there's something funny about you. And that those feelings, Prophet Allison, don't come up for no reason.
And
And
that's
Mhm.
your
I am a
discernment.
young woman who
Right.
I know that like I know men who are like curious about me, but you don't like me. You want to
Exactly.
know what I'm like. You want to maybe feel me. You maybe want me to feel you, but you don't really like me like that because if you did, I would not be confused about it. I would know. I would be absolutely sure because you
Yes.
would
You
be
would.
pursuing me with
Listen,
intention.
I don't care what decade we're in, millennials, Gen Z, I don't care. Men pursue what they want,
That's right.
They do.
and they will prioritize what they want. So if they really want you, your standards will be followed.
Now
And
this
you want
this is a comment on the screen from a guy because I know Kashmir King follows us on Clubhouse, and he said you have people who will forgive their significant other for infidelity and then take them back. Personally, I believe I couldn't do it. Like I will forgive you because forgiveness isn't for the next person; it's for me.
Yeah.
Forgiveness, however, does not always require reconnection with someone.
that is true.
Well
You
said,
Absolutely.
Cashmere.
I totally forgive him.
you
Well
don't
said.
have that person in your life. Yeah, you forgive them, but you know what? This is gonna be harmful. This is going to be harmful for me. This is not going to be good for me. You've made that decision. And it's up to the woman or whoever was cheated on to use that, to utilize that discernment that God gives us. And for you to ask for wisdom and clarity on how you should deal with the situation. That the cheating is in you. Is in you. So I'm going to have to cut ties. That's something that I did not do, believing, okay, it'll get better. It'll get better. I'm going to forgive him. We're going to go to counseling. It made it worse. So what do you do then? I still stay.
Forgive yourself.
Forgive yourself.
Forgive
Exactly.
yourself for
Well, I kept making
staying in.
accommodations for him
Yeah.
because of his
Yeah.
past and my past. See, then I wasn't healed from my
That's
trauma.
right.
And so it was like trauma bonding. And so like I didn't see it. I was just like, oh, I know what happened to him. Oh, that's why he did. I was making accommodations. I was making excuses because everything else was great except this. You know what I'm saying? So it was like if somebody had a limp, oh, he was in a car accident. That's why he limps. You know what I mean? But that's how I was dealing with it then in my head. That's
what did Dr. Khalid said? He
and
said
then at
that
some point he went to therapy, and it was 2 years of just breakthroughs. It was the best 2 years of the marriage. But you know, like I said, it became too big for me. It's not my problem. He has to get his own help.
But like Dr. Khalid said, we get
just like I got my own help.
Like Dr. Khalid said, we get comfortable with what we're familiar with. You were familiar with that trauma. He was familiar with your trauma.
Yeah.
So it continued.
So let me read this. I'm going to read this statement. It doesn't matter who wants to lead off the conversation. This is what a man said. A man said in an interview that I watched on Friday, a woman gets into a relationship based on the level she is at in her life.
I believe that.
Wait a minute, say that again. I was reading the comments.
A woman gets into a relationship based on the level she is at in her life. So in other words, what you would get into a relationship for when you were 22, you are not going to get into a relationship for the same thing when you're 52.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I see that a little bit differently. I believe in levels. Women, you always need to marry equal on your level or above, but never below. It doesn't work below. I got too many case studies. It never works. You cannot be the CEO of Pepsi and marry a janitor. It won't work. It won't work.
Why?
I've seen that
Why?
because the man's ego is not prepared to take that.
Well,
And
that's
over
what
time,
Dr. Khalid said the same thing.
over time, he will hate you for it.
Yeah.
If you're trying to change him.
No, not even if you're trying to change him. You have
candy.
Let me give you a case example. I have a friend who was making $186,000 a year as a VP, and she married a man who made $17 an hour working at the Popeyes. Okay, so quite naturally, they lived in the place she could afford. They drove the car she could afford. She chose his clothes because the circle she ran in required it. He ended up hating her for it.
That's what he said. Resenting
He
it.
hated her for it.
Yeah.
He started cheating. He started doing, most unbelievable things because he felt emasculated. Not that she treated him like that. He felt that.
He felt like that.
He felt like that.
But
So
is that
did they
changing
get
him
divorced?
by
Okay, I'm sorry.
Did
I
they
said,
get,
isn't go ahead.
no, go ahead, Teresa.
I said, isn't that changing him by choosing his clothes and moving him into your home? You know, that's part of changing him.
I don't think she was trying to change him, but he had to keep up with her lifestyle. Believe me, he who makes the money is the boss.
Mm.
You hear what I'm saying to
I
you?
hear you.
How can he be the head when you're the one? And the head is his natural position. I have 5 brothers, 15 nephews, 6 great nephews. Can I tell you what they all have in common? They come into the world thinking they're in charge. It's not something you have to teach them.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I'm older than my brothers, and they would try to tell me what to do and what not to do, where to go, what to dress like, all of that. And they were 10 years younger. They naturally come in this world thinking that they lead. It's not a thing that you have to teach them. And when you're the one that's leading, that is a form of emasculation.
Even if you see it as a positive thing, it's still not, it's an imbalance in the relationship.
You said something right there, sis. That's why I believe in levels. Stay on your level or go above. And as Black women, you need to open yourself up to more choices.
Amen.
Everybody wants an American Black man on the planet. If they live in England, they want one. If they live in Rome, they want one. Open up your eyes and see the men of different cultures that are checking for you.
Like who likes you?
And
You
they
hear
are.
me?
And they are definitely
They
checking for you.
listen.
But
Black women cry.
single women is they miss the cues. Single women miss
Mhm.
the cues that men are checking for them. And I'm gonna tell you, white men are
Always,
afraid to
always.
us.
I
If
dated all white men in my early
a
life.
blink of an eye, they're gonna be up in our face. But women, you miss the cues. You do. And lots of times, how many times have you been with a girlfriend and when you get in the car, girl, did you see that dude trying to holler at you? What? Who? How many times does that happen?
So that's usually me telling my girlfriend, baby, if he'd have got in closer, he'd have kissed you. You wasn't even. I got radar. Seriously.
Now, Dr.
Seriously.
K, I'm gonna say this. You might disagree, but I'm gonna say this as far as how I feel, because when I teach the story about Ruth and Naomi, you know where I'm going because I did this before we were in Chicago, and I touched it a little bit. When they say a man who finds a wife finds a good thing, that's great. But I don't think there's anything wrong with a woman making the first move. I don't.
That's a boom. That's a Gen X thing.
No, it's not. I'm not no Gen Xer. I'm a boomer. What are you talking about?
That's a Gen X. You've been talking to Allison too much.
No, that's not.
I don't make the first move.
But I don't see nothing wrong with it.
I should make the
I
first
don't
move.
mind saying like a reciprocal, oh hey, or something like that. But
Our eyes meet and the
I
music
don't
starts
want nobody
playing.
that's scared to approach me. If you don't feel a gumption to come up to me, then stay over there.
You know what? See, we were taught the subtle art
you
of
have to come for
flirtation.
me.
You guys don't flirt. Y'all don't flirt.
That's what I'm talking about, Pastor K.
But it's nonverbal. It's nonverbal.
And I know
If a man is looking at you, you have the ability to smile at him in a way that says you may approach the queen.
Look at Allison.
You do.
I don't go nowhere. I need to get out. My friend said unless I'm marrying a cable guy or UPS guy, I'm just not gonna meet nobody. That's my
You can have the ability to make a man know he can approach you by your physical
men don't even
behavior.
talk to me. No man ever when I go out. I don't know why. They just don't.
All right. This is Marlo put this up, Prophet Marlo. I believe that every man and woman are different from the next man and woman. However, I believe that we should be our best and look for the best. Watch this for our lives. I truly believe the biggest error and problem in so many relationships are false expectations and comparison. I don't want to be like I don't know what that is,
Jones.
The Jones is probably Fitzgerald or anyone else. I believe that communication is necessary and not a sign always. It can be both, but I need the man. I need a man to vocalize his love for me. Yep.
That's a small thing.
All day long.
I
can flirt all day long, but at the end of the day, a man that is attracted to you should show interest in you, and then that interest should turn into to likeness and then develop into something else.
The reason
And
why
if
I say that, Maury, sorry to cut you off, and I'll let you finish. The reason why I said what I said is I have a family member who made the first move and they're happily married today. Now go ahead.
There's
I
always
think in
an
any, I think there should
exception.
always, yeah, be an exception, but naturally, I think that if I'm sitting over here and a man sitting over there, and I'm looking at him and he's looking at me, I'm not walking over there. If he
He's
wants
going to
to
come
say
to
something to
you.
me, he can come over here. And if you don't want to come over here, then that's okay. But I will not come up to you because maybe God doesn't want me to talk to you. Because if he did, then he would make us communicate.
But let me
So when I
make this clear. If you all are thinking that I'm saying a woman should make the first move, that is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there's nothing wrong if there's an exceptional situation and you make the first move. A man is a natural born hunter, and he is
Thank
going to
you.
go after what he wants. He does not
Thank you.
cajoled, convinced. He don't need no wingman or nothing. Every man that got with me in my lifetime relentlessly pursued me. I had a man call
Absolutely.
me an hour all day long, every day. So if a man really wants a woman,
He will come after you like a freight train.
but what I'm saying is, in those exceptional situations, I don't see anything wrong with flirting and making a pass at a guy. That's what I meant by that. I'm not saying that single women, you need to be going out there hunting a man. No, that's crazy. That's not what I meant. So
I think that's reciprocating a seed of interest that's already been planted though. So if we're having a conversation and we're flirting or whatever, I would not then ask for his number. We can flirt, we can have a conversation back and forth,
yeah, I
but it's
agree.
up to the man, I think, to take the next step.
I agree.
So, because I think we have to reciprocate if, we want to be approached and, look cute and like Dr. K said, but at the same time, I think it's the most natural thing for the woman to wait on the man to ask her out or to take that next step and make it go further.
And to go even deeper, the reason why women are not married that have been dating men 3, 5, 6 years is because they have no
They're
incentive.
already married. Yeah.
They have no incentive to marry them. And so
And they probably don't like you that much. They probably just don't like you. Honestly, this is what I don't get. And I promise, like, I've been through hell in my relationships, but one thing I have learned is I really don't think I was with men who truly like me. Men don't abuse women that they like. They
no,
don't.
no.
They don't mistreat things
I
that they
agree.
want to keep. They're not going to misuse you. You're disposable. So if I'm disposable to you, there's
That's right.
something about the way that I have presented myself to you. Pardon me, but it's something that I have done to let you know that this is okay. I accepted things that I shouldn't have accepted. I allowed you to say things to me that weren't acceptable. I put down my boundaries for you. All of those are gateways for someone to say, you know what, I can treat her like whatever because she gonna come back. I already cheated. I already talked to her crazy, and she's still gonna come back. Watch this.
But
Because
Maury,
when you treat,
let me add this to what Dr. Khalid said, what you're
That's what
talking
he
about.
said.
He said the
Indeed.
men who were raised by controlling mothers and
That's
they had anger pent
That's
up in them all of their childhood towards their mother. When they become adults, the women they get with, they are mean and they take it out on them.
they don't like, well, you have men that don't like women. They like
Yeah.
being intimate with a woman, but they don't like women.
They don't like them. That's that mother issue. That's that.
You know,
Yeah,
they
my
want
husband
to,
had major
or
mother
That's what it
issues
is.
too.
they attract strong women just so they can humble them.
Mhm.
I believe for me, I have to be with somebody who truly, genuinely enjoys me and likes me for me, not the fake version of me, like the real me, who like the goofy side of me. Like they love all the sides of me, and I'm just their person. It just fits together.
That's right.
I think we try to impress somebody to like us. And oh, well, if I do this, they're gonna like me. If I'm gonna do this, they'll like me. And that's like the little girl in us that's saying, man, pick me, pick me. Because we want to be chosen and we deserve to be chosen. But if we pass up all the men who really don't like us, then we'll find that person, or that person will find the special and genuine like woman that we are for them, and they will treat you like a prize. It's not about how you look. It's not about like your physical. A man will choose you because of who you are, and we just have to be patient enough to wait on that person because
You're so mature.
you don't deserve to be treated like that.
That is
You are
You
so
just don't
mature.
deserve to be
Your
treated like
answers,
that.
you have such grown up, mature answers. I'm so proud of you.
Mhm.
But let me tell you what I see on this live. You guys are women who serve the maker and the ruler of the universe. Therefore, you are not common, normal, regular, average, ordinary, everyday. Those are not words that describe you. You have to remember you're a powerful creature
Yep.
and you deserve someone who not only embraces that power, but who wants to lift it, edify it,
Yeah.
help it glow even more.
Yes,
Mhm.
ma'am. Yes, mother.
Mhm.
Yes,
And wait, you also got the other part too, where we ain't doing the you know what too. That's a lot of the reason why he ain't showing up a lot. Me and
Yeah, that is true.
Soon as you tell
And
him
I
and you
that,
think
know
that
what?
that's
soon as
okay
you tell him
though.
that, I don't care how much they pray you. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Soon as you tell him that, it's a wrap most of the
Mhm.
time.
For
I
some, that means
decided that
they're
I'm
not
not
the
telling
one.
nobody. I decided I'm not telling nobody. I'm like, no, I'm just like, we could just go out again. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna
That's
bring it up.
I let
Let
them
me
that's
know
just
the
bring
from
it
the
up.
get
beauty.
go. It ain't happening. I let them know from the get
We
go. It ain't
we
happening.
have
And the quicker
feminine
they
wiles.
dismiss themselves, then that lets me know that they not the one.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna
We
say
have
nothing.
Mm-mm.
you don't have to. You shouldn't anyway. We
Mm-mm.
have feminine wiles. We have power, and we can use it for good. Or we can use it for evil. But to I don't want to say string along. That sounds too
Yeah,
detrimental.
right.
But let's just say
We just gonna keep eating.
String them
we know how
along,
to
honey.
extend the time
Cause he
so
might
you can
get it.
fall in love with the real us, like Maury said,
That's
right?
yeah.
You're like
Just string them
900
along,
dinners.
Allison. Don't tell him. Just be like, oh,
Mm-mm.
I
Mm-mm.
just can't right now. I'm hot.
Mm-mm. Let
You
them
don't have
know
to say
up front.
anything. Just
It ain't happening.
Just,
You don't have to
it's
say
okay.
anything. You
You
don't
don't
have
have
to
to say
say anything.
anything.
One good
you
way
know,
to
your
do
most
that
years.
is all dates can be public.
That's right.
You're not ready.
Mm-hmm.
All dates can be public. You can go bowling, shooting pool, horseback riding, skydiving. You could do theater and dip. You can do a lot of things. Be
Yeah.
creative. And then you don't present anybody something to impress them. That's the fake you. And if they get with you, they get with the fake you. And when the real you shows up, they don't like her.
This is what Alexis, I put it on the screen. She said that Tony Gaskin says, don't tell them when they try, just say you're not ready.
I agree.
Exactly. Don't tell them.
I agree. Men want to conquer you. So if you tell them, hey, I'm holding out for 90 days, day 91, they get it and they have conquered you. Just tell them, you know what? I'm just not sure, like you don't I don't think that a man who likes you, who genuinely likes you, they will wait. They
They
will
will.
My
honestly
first
wait.
husband, we waited. I told him I wasn't ready, and then he wanted to plan a wedding in a week. We got married in 3 months because he was like, he just got on
Yeah,
this.
because you're
He's like, we
ready.
get married, woo!
Mhm.
And
But see, that's the thing, Allison, when the man is ready, and there's something I'm going to say
yeah,
to
he was.
after this. Prophet Marlo says, I will never pursue a man. However, I can say to a man that I think you're nice. That's it. A man will pursue if he's interested in a woman. I think some women play too many games at times also. I don't want to be anxious or desperate, but I want him to know that I'm serious and that I respect him. Let me say this to you guys, and this is my personal belief. Let me get all these off of here. I have dated. One thing that I don't do is I don't put my personal business on public platforms. Nobody knows who I'm dating. I don't put pictures of myself out with men. I don't do none of that. No one, some people, I mean, they may have questioned, my sexuality or whatever. I don't do that. I put everything else out there, but my personal life is my personal life. So with that being said, I have dated several men down through the years. I've been proposed to twice,
Mhm.
and proposed to just recently, like within the last 15 months. And so my point is, we're talking about sleeping with guys, not sleeping with guys, telling them you're not ready. The way I feel about it, your husband it's gonna click. It's gonna be the way it's supposed to be. It's gonna be a fit. Everything is gonna work. He's gonna wait for you. He's gonna date you. He's going to respect you. All these other guys that I have dated and been with, black, white, saved or not, men want to screw, period. That's it. They are not waiting.
And women do too.
So, yeah, and women do too. So my point with that is, you just gotta get the husband that God has for you, the one that you're supposed to be with. You don't have time to be doing all this dating. There's no way that you're not going to be faced with the bed sooner or later, because you ain't 10. Well, that's terrible to say that. You ain't 20. You're a grown woman. You are good and grown, and the body is designed to respond. Your body is gonna want to have sex. It's not going to hell. It has no reason to act right. So it's like, I don't date because I know myself. I know my body. I know the type of woman I am. I don't put myself in situations where I'm going out just dating just to be dating. For what? And ain't no man gonna spend thousands and thousands of dollars on you for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months and not eventually want to sleep with you. So the way I'm looking at it, you pray for your mate. You all need to be married, and that's who will do the right thing by you. That's my take on it.
Well, I can just tell you, they want to screw when they approach you. So it ain't gonna take 6 or 8 months.
Are very vocal about that. They're very vocal about that and will tell you.
And
but you know,
they just
I'm
don't
going to tell you,
show up.
it's not going to happen. No,
you know what?
This lifestyle is not going to happen.
The bottom line is, you're in charge.
Yes.
That's the bottom line, sweetheart. You're in charge. You're the one driving this car.
And if
So
someone's
with that,
dealing with that,
it seems like we've covered almost everything. By Dr. K saying you're in charge. The only one thing that I will add that Dr. Khalid said, that when someone does something out of pocket, you correct them right then and there when it happens. Doesn't matter who it is. Don't matter if it's a friendship, relationship, romantic, girlfriend, whatever. If they embarrass you in front of people while they're embarrassing you, you stop them right then and there and correct it.
That's right.
I agree.
That's something that I took away. And I thought, wow, that was like one of my big takeaways. So anybody have any parting words?
This was fun.
Yeah, I learned. I mean, I'll keep growing and learning, and I just like to always be vulnerable. I love to be honest, because that's the only way I'm going to grow. I'm not going to sit here and pretend and say things. And, I know that I have work to do. That's why I don't go nowhere. That's why I don't go out. I don't date a lot. The guy that I met was a fluke, and we were good. The only thing is he say he's coming in, he don't come.
Here's the last comment I put up by Robert.
He says he wants to have sex with you before even knowing you.
If he says he wants to have sex with you before even knowing you, that's not your man. Yeah. Okay.
Amen to that.
Man,
I agree.
We know that. Yeah.
You ladies are awesome. Maury, I just love you. Your mind is on right. It's on straight. And you stay there, because you're going to get your prince.
I know that's
Yes, she is.
What about me, Mom? Hello,
You
your
said you
daughter.
got some more growing to do. Hey, that's what you said. You said you got some more to go.
Prophet Allison got more growing to do.
That's what she said. Those are her words.
Mama
Yes,
K.
ma'am.
Y'all are too funny.
I do.
Well,
Thank you, June, for letting us
Yes.
run amok on your platform.
I loved it. And I'm going to be doing different stuff the rest of the year. I'm going to try to make it interesting, and I'll probably continue this, but I got to figure out how I'm going to continue it for December. So we'll see. Allison, you act like you're getting ready to fall asleep.
It's bedtime.
God.
I'm gonna watch one more episode. What you tell me?
Oh, I'm gonna try to finish episode 4. Lord, I gotta get my stomach together.
Yes,
Oh,
thank you, Prophet
yeah.
Jim, because I certainly, but I'm like, I'm not doing this. I told the Lord when He told me you should join. I said, nah, I'm not. Then Prophet June had texted me. I was like, oh Lord, you're not gonna let me run.
For what? What'd you saying?
I was texting her again.
I would come on here.
Where are you? And she said, I'm here. I'm here. I'm like, where?
Oh.
you at?
I wasn't gonna do it. I'm like, no.
Oh, you weren't gonna come on?
No,
Why not?
because I didn't want to. I'm like, I don't want to do it. But the Lord told me to do it, and I told Him no. And so she texted.
The Lord, you told the Lord no.
Yes, we have conversations like that.
It didn't work out for you, did you? Because you're here.
Right. We have a relationship like that. You know, I'm
I
honest with you.
understand that.
I don't
Really
wanna
do. I do.
Yeah.
That you speak to God from a position of sonship,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
that's real relationship. I know because I got the same one. Like I know you ain't talking to me. You ain't saying
Try to
that
act
to me.
confused. Try to act confused. You said what again?
No,
But aren't you glad you came though?
I am.
I'm
I
glad
am.
you came.
I really, really am. So thank you, Prophet Joan. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, you should be on. And you need to be doing even more. She's a part of our team now. I'm so happy about that.
Yay.
Yeah, everybody on here is in the team. Yes. Yes.
Hey,
yes.
teams.
But Dr. K, thank you so much. We are doing brunch because I'm gonna start back coming to Chicago 2026. So we're gonna do brunch at our place for sure.
Oh, yeah.
They send me a lot of
At
notices.
the place that we all ate at out here?
No, this is me and Dr. K went by ourselves.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, who's going to brunch? I'm going.
You can go. We go.
Oh, okay.
I gotta let you know when I'm in Chicago. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When did we go? Was that February when we went? It was cold.
It was chilly. But you and I went in the summertime.
Okay, it wasn't February then. Yeah.
No, we went to the rooftop.
Oh.
We went to the rooftop, but I'm talking about the one we did for brunch down in Hyde Park area.
We went to Messler's.
Yes. That's where I want to go back to.
That place is phenomenal.
Yes, that's where I want. What's it called again?
Messler's.
It's spelled
MESLERS.
like MAE, something like that.
It's MESLERS, and it's in the Sophie Hotel in Hyde Park.
Messler.
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 Oh, those Brussels sprouts. Oh my goodness.
They're the best pancakes on the planet.
That's my mom's favorite place.
I love that place.
Yeah.
You
It
said,
is. I heard it's really
Prophet
good.
Marlo, you said send me some food, please. And Robert, come back to the chat. Yes, we will.
Marlo, we gonna tell Marlo we giving her some okra.
Yes. Yeah, we're gonna
That's
get
part two.
Marlo, definitely. We're gonna see boxes of okra. And if y'all ladies know what that means, that inside joke, you
I'm
know,
not
but we
fooling
can't
with
say it on here. It's good for the soul, though.
And then I almost made some. I would have been in a world of trouble. I said, that sounds kind of good. I said, oh,
Right,
no,
right.
I can't do that.
I told you what it does, right? More
Yes.
It's an
Yes.
aphrodisiac.
It's
oh,
not.
Lord.
It took me a while
Yeah.
to get it, and I was
It's an
like, "Oh my!"
aphrodisiac.
I told you that in Dallas when you were out. What
I didn't know it was. I thought it was a. Never mind.
No.
I thought
No,
it
it's-
did something else, but I didn't know it actually was an
It
aphrodisiac.
helps you get there when you're supposed
Oh,
to
they
get
didn't know work on me because I love
Get
okra.
there
I
legally.
eat okra. I just go to sleep.
Who touch her mind, Jesus?
Too funny. All right, y'all. We're gonna close out. I'm not even gonna do my typical closer. I'm just gonna say goodbye.
Say goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Hi,
everybody.
everybody on Facebook and on June's YouTube. It
All
was fun to
right,
be on her platform.
Yes. It'll be on. I'll let you guys know whether we're gonna be on YouTube or Zoom or whatever we're doing after Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Happy
everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
God bless.